Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today a little late, but I found out about this one kind of late, with the This is Pantasy project pan, which is why I'm wearing this. I got these for a Halloween costume one year and then ended up doing something else, but you know what? I figured they were appropriate for this, so especially since it's October this month, I figured I'd whip them out. I might wear it for every update, I might not, I haven't decided yet. But anyways, this project pan was created by Allie. I will link her down below. This is being done with the PANtastic ladies. I don't know how I missed this one in the group, but I did. So I decided belatedly to join. Now this was started on October 11th, which is actually National Mythology Day, which is perfect to go along with this. It only updates every other month, which is why I feel okay both jumping into this in general and yeah, there are 21 prompts, and the idea, of course, is to get like a random number generator and draw, you know, as many or as few as you want. I actually decided to jump on the crazy train that Jessica Lee and Danny from Danny's Makeup are doing. I decided to do all of them. And I appreciate Danny's reasoning behind it in that, you know, this only updates every other month. So if, say, you draw 6 prompts, well, if you finish all of them in the first month, you're just kind of sitting there waiting for the next month before you can draw them again. So I will not be working on all of these right now. A lot of these I'm probably not going to start until after the new year, to be honest. I think there's literally one thing that I am using right now, like to finish. And there are a couple of things that have goals in other projects that's like use so many times, hit pan, whatever. That in this I want to finish, so those are a little bit different. But there are 21 prompts altogether. I will list all the prompts down below if you would like to, you know, read along with me here, because all of these prompts, you know, have meaning. I have this actually sent to my emails that I can read along with you. But let's get started. So first is Basilisk, King of the Serpents, magical beast bred by dark wizards. And for this prompt, we are to choose a matte black shadow. I actually went with my Life's a Drag palette from Lunar Beauty. And I have decided to use the shade Shady, the matte black right here. Now, I can hit pan on a black eyeshadow pretty easily. I didn't want to try to finish this though, because I don't think I'd be able to finish it in a year, honestly. So I decided to use it 40 times. And I figure, I'm almost positive, I have never tried to, well, I take that back. I have tried to hit pan on this before and it didn't go very well, but that's because I wasn't using it. Not because, you know, it's hard to hit pan on, but because I didn't make much progress in this. I have no idea how tightly packed these shadows are or anything like that. Like, this is a palette that I literally have used like 2 shades out of, and I only used them like 1 time each. So we're gonna find out together, because I have no idea. I might hit pan in like 20 uses. I might get to 40 uses and not hit pan at all. I just don't know. Anyways, next, get my phone back, is Centaur. A creature that is half man and half horse, a duo product. And I chose for that this little mini. Now, I mentioned in my last empties video that went up just like yesterday. When y'all see this, it'll be yesterday. As far as makeup is concerned, I'm going to try and work out as many minis out of my collection as possible in 2022. Just to kind of knock my numbers down a little bit. So a lot of stuff in here is minis, that is makeup, but some of these minis are still going to take me forever. And, well, not everything is a mini, honestly, but it is the Touch and Soul Metallist Liquid Foil and Glitter Shadow Duo. And this is in Titania, I think it says. I hope that's what it says. So it has both this glitter that's in the middle, that I just got a little bit everywhere, and this liquid on the bottom. Now, I might have to rehydrate this liquid because I've had it for a little bit, but that is what Inklot Duraline is for. And it's now cruelty free, so if I ever use the damn thing up, I can still repurchase. Next, for Chimera, A fire-breathing female monster with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail, and you are to use a franken product. Now, not everybody frankens products. I know that there was some kind of like optional other thing that you could like put in here if you don't franken products. I do have a franken currently, and there's not a ton of it left, but I've kind of stopped using it, so this will make me get back to using it. It is a mixture of, I don't even know what it's a mixture of. I know it's a little bit of Dominate from my Tartist Pro To Go palette, because I had a little bit of it left. I was trying to recreate Garnet from the Lorac Pro 1 palette, and this went to 2 browns. But I was still initially trying to use it up, and then I didn't, so we're just gonna try and finish this off. And now I have this all over my finger because I dug a little too hard into it. Next is Cyclops, a one-eyed giant, and you are to work on a single eyeshadow. Now, this is one I chose that is not a mini at all, but it does have pan at least. This is my NYX Primal Colors pigment in hot green. Like I said, it has a ton of pan in it. And I actually want to finish this. So this will take me a while, but I do like to wear green. I'm wearing a lot of purple today, but I do like my green as well. So as long as I work on it, I'm sure I can knock it out. Next is Dragon. A large serpentine legendary creature depicted as a winged, horned, four-legged, and capable of breathing fire, ice, and if you play D&D, like I do, they can also breathe acid at you. I'm a dork, I know. I just had to, fill that in. Anyways, I chose, and the idea is to choose a large product, large packaging, large amount, whatever. I got both in here, and the word dragon is actually in the product, so I felt proud of that. Anyways, this is the Rhode Isle Dragon's Blood Cleansing Water. It's just a micellar water. It has 10 ounces in it, or 300 milligrams, so I'd say that's pretty freaking giant. It's definitely my biggest micellar water. So, and like I said, it even has dragon in the name. I had to choose it. Goal is to finish that up. Unless I say otherwise, goal is to finish. There's only like 3 things in here where the goal isn't to finish, so. Next is Elf, a humanoid supernatural being with magical powers and supernatural beauty. They can be mischievous or malicious. A product that makes you feel beautiful. Now, to explain why I chose this, something that makes me feel beautiful when I put on makeup is, like really blurred out skin, because I have a lot of pores, and especially like this area, my forehead, my chin. And I use these to fill in my pores, even though that's technically not what they are originally for, but they don't work for me in the original way. So this is the Ulta Beauty Mattifying Balm. This is something that technically you're supposed to apply on top of makeup when you are getting oily. And like I said, they kind of work for me that way, but I don't like to use them that way. I tend to just use stuff like this to fill in my pores as a primer, so. This is just a little mini. Like I said, I'm going for the minis in 2022. Once I start using this, I don't think it'll take long. However, I am currently panning a pore filling primer, so it'll be a little bit before I get to this. Not super long. That primer is honestly on its way out, but it'll still be at least a month, if not 2. Next is Fairy. Mythical being from folklore and romance with human form and magical powers associated with plants in springtime, a plant or nature themed product. I chose this. It is the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster, and it has watermelon, green tea, and pineapple in it, and fruits are plants, so that made sense to me. This is actually something that's already in my skincare rotation. It's what I'm already working on. It even has a little bit of progress to it already, so hopefully I can finish that up in the next couple of months. Let's see. Next we have Giant. Oversized humanoids known for strength and aggression. Existed before the gods. A product you loved before the beauty community made it big. Now, I had to get a little interprety with this product. I don't know. I liked this before I got into the beauty community. So, A little bit in the, like I said, a little bit in the interpretation, but we're gonna roll with it. It is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. I know I still have these and it probably freaks some people out, but it's still good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't smell weird. It's not growing anything. It looks a little crazy right now. I did have to add some Inglot Duraline and mix it up, but once you do that, it works. It works wonderfully, so. It's still hella pigmented, so. I mean, I'm sure y'all know what it looks like. And like I said, this looks crazy right now, but I'm using it. It's okay. If it ever does give me issue, I will immediately throw it out. It is my oldest, you know, Maybelline Color Tattoo. I still have a couple left, and I really need to work them out, but we're gonna start with this one. I'm working on a Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick right now in a gold color that I need to finish first, but once I finish that, I will be getting to that. Next is Gnome. Dwarfish creatures who guard the earth's treasures underground, a gemstone or mineral themed product. This was one of the prompts I had the most trouble with. And I'm still kind of hoping that I got it right, because I'm not sure. I chose the Elf Clarifying Charcoal Bubble Mask. I hope charcoal is a freaking mineral. You do have to mine it, so I think I'm not an idiot. But who knows? Anyways, you have to weigh this. It's 149.5 grams. Now this is one of those things that pumps up, so unless I take it apart, I can't see how much is in there. I can do that, but I don't want to do that until it stops pumping, because I do know, because I used up a different one of those in the past, not the charcoal one, but the original one, that once it stops pumping, you can still screw off the top and get another mask or two out of it. Next is Goblin, which is what I call my chihuahuas. I actually started calling Mo the other day a gargoyle, which is sadly missing from this list. I would love to have done a gargoyle prompt, because he was just like crouching and looking back at me, just glaring at me. So now he's also a gargoyle. But one of the nicknames for my chihuahuas that my husband started is actually shit goblins, because they are not always the best house trained. If you don't pay attention to them when they give their signals, I need to go outside, they won't wait. So shit goblins sometimes. It's our fault, but it happens sometimes. Anyways, Goblin. Monstrous creature believed to be evil, greedy, or mischievous. Chihuahuas are definitely mischievous, by the way. Bring nothing but trouble to humans. I do love mine. A product that gives you trouble. Now, lotions in general give me trouble because I don't remember to use them. So I chose a lotion, even though it is a fairly easy lotion for me to pan. It is the Body Shop Mango Body Yogurt. I've never used this. It's completely new. Like, I don't even have like a highlighter mixed into it yet. It does smell wonderful. Their fruit scents are amazing. It currently weighs 231.3 grams. For next, we have Hydra, a many-headed serpent or monster. Head grows back when you cut it off. Hail Hydra. You know, I'm a Marvel fan. A product that you keep panning and never finish. What did I choose for Hydra? Oh yeah, I remember now. I chose the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer because I tried panning this in 2020. I almost said 2019, but it was 2020. I worked on it for 5 months and realized just how much freaking product comes in these. So I forgot to weigh this. That would have been smart. I'm going to set this aside and make sure that I weigh it, because that is the only way you could tell how much product is in here. Because see, now there are a few windows in here, because I did use this for like 4 months straight. Because the thing is, it doesn't say on here, but there is, this is a big old concealer. I will put how many grams are in it right here. And I got through probably about a third of it, but this will still take me, even if I was starting this today, it would take me 6 months. More than likely. So I am working on a concealer right now. It's actually starting to edge towards being closer to done than not, so I'll probably be starting that by the new year at the latest. Next is Kraken, Scandinavian sea monster of tremendous size and strength, haunts the seas and harasses ships. A product with a lot of pigment. Now, there's a lot of things that I could have put into this, but I decided to go with this. This is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil Highlighter in Sandcastle. Now this is in my Child of the 80s project pan. I'm trying to get to 20 uses. I am 2 uses off currently. But this is actually the highlighter I want to work on next year because I now have a duplicate of it. I actually recently bought the Duo in the blue shade and this, not realizing that these were the same shades. I was buying it for the blue shade, honestly. I love blue highlighters. I love purple highlighters too. You can see that on my face. But I'm actually fairly close to hitting pan on this. I will probably have pan by the end of this year if I keep on using it, so I want to finish it. This is what it looks like currently. Like, I've gotten rid of most of the embossing, and when I use it in my eye in the inner corner of my eye to get like an extra pop of light, that's where getting close to hitting pan is coming from. So that's not how I'm going to finish it, obviously, but I've really been enjoying it. Next is Leprechaun. I'm a leprechaun. I like horror movies, what can I say? A mischievous elf of Irish folklore, harmless if not provoked, plays pranks typically connected to treasures at the end of a rainbow, a product you think you'll have good luck with. And I've interpreted that, like some other people have, as good luck panning with, so I chose a little mini facial powder. Hi, sweetie. You want to come here? Come here. Yes. This is one of my little goblins now, isn't it? Yes. She's the only one that likes to really sit in here with me, but anyways, this is the Becca Hydromus Set and Refresh Powder. It's just a wee little mini. It's only 2.5 grams. It's still sealed. I'm hoping it's still good. Like, it's still... I don't actually like the cooling effect, so if it didn't cool on my face anymore, I wouldn't be that mad. But it's still sealed and everything. Once I use up the powders I'm currently working on, I will work on that, and that really shouldn't be any trouble. Next we have Mermaid, an aquatic creature that is half human and half fish, often depicted as a beautiful woman, a product from a woman-owned company. Now, I actually did some Googling, because I was like, some stuff I know is, here's my box, some stuff I know is, you know, female-owned, or at least majority female-owned, like Fenty Beauty and Huda Beauty and Beauty Bakery, just to name a few. But I actually found out that the balm is female owned, and I will insert her name here because I can't remember it off the top of my head, even though I just looked it up like an hour ago. But, you know, yay that. Anyways, this is the Antidote Tinted Moisturizer. So just a little mini. Like I said, I'm working through my minis as much as I can. This is the only mini foundation that I own, so I figured I'd knock that out quick. Mine is in the shade, I want to say it's in the shade Light. This is only 7 mils, and I have used it at least twice, so there's not a ton of product in it, but this will still take me a little bit to get through. And I'm working on a foundation right now, so I'm not going to be working on it before the new year, honestly. So it's going to be around for a little bit, but once I get to working on it, it's going to be gone really quickly. Next we have Phoenix, mythical bird known for rising from its ashes, symbolizes renewal and rebirth, a product you repressed or depotted. Now, I have a lot of stuff that I've depotted and repressed. I went with depotted. This is actually another balm product. This is the Balms Blush in Balm Desert. This is just a little tiny mini right here that I got from Ipsy many moons ago. This works for me as like a really neutral blush. It's just a little too rosy, like with my coloring to really work as a bronzer, which by the way, I know I went a little heavy-handed on the bronzer today. The bronzer I'm currently working on is like this close to being done, so I was like, if I use a little extra, can I get it done today? No, but I tried. So my goal is to finish that, and it's gonna take a while once I get started working on it, and I'm okay with that, because those things are much harder to use up than you think. I might repress that into a bigger pan just for ease of use. But even if I do that, it's still going to take a while. Next is Troll, which I will say, this made me a little sad because the description of a troll, which is correct, An ugly creature depicted as either a giant or dwarf dwells in rock, mountains, or caves, known to be master builders. Now, this is gonna out just how much of a nerd I really am. So, if you are familiar with the role-playing books, White Wolf, the White Wolf system, they had a system back in the old World of Darkness, because they had old World of Darkness and new World of Darkness, but it's all like supernatural based, so totally fits with the theme here. But one of them was called Changeling, and it had lots of mythical, like, fantasy creatures in it. You could play as different fantasy creatures, basically. Now, one of them was a troll, which I will insert a picture of here. Always associated with trolls as, so, you know, doing the negative version of a troll kind of made me sad. I'm being dumb. I know I'm being dumb. No shade to Allie whatsoever for picking a troll and picking this interpretation. I'm getting stuck on like a rather obscure thing. So don't mind me, but I figured I would indulge in my nerdy side and share that with you in case you wanted to learn something new today. Anyways, but for this prompt, we are to pick a product with ugly packaging. And this is some ugly packaging. It is the Ritual de Fill Inner Glow Cream Pigment in the shade Delirium. Now, this was just a little, like, sample that I got from Ulta, but it has plenty of product in it. It's a, you know, cream blush. It's described as a coral, but I mean, this coral is a flat out orange ass coral. Now, I'm sure blended out, maybe mixed with a little bit of foundation on my part, it will work fine. But, you know, just this floppy little thing, it's kind of ugly. Because I was like, what do I have that's ugly packaging? And I thought about it and I thought about it, and I'm like, I know what to grab. So, there you go. Next is Unicorn. Legendary creatures described as a beast with a single large, pointed, spiraling horn. Symbolizes purity, freedom, gentleness, virginity, innocence, divinity, and magic. Brings signs of good luck, happiness, and a positive omen. A brand new, untouched product. So, I grabbed one of my little primers. This is the Unicorn Glow Longwear Primer. See, I was able to fit in another product that actually like had the name of the prompt in it, and it is still sealed. Definitely new and untouched. Well, not new, but I haven't opened it. Next is Vampire, a creature that subsists by feeding on a vital essence of living, believed to drink blood, be immortal, have heightened senses, hate silver, sunlight, garlic, holy symbols, and wooden stakes. They do not sparkle. Don't let anybody lie to you. And you are to choose a blood red product, and I had the perfect thing for this. I know, I'm going into this again. I love this palette. I love throwing it into Project Pans when it fits good prompts. This is the Rebel Rouge Lab Suspended in Dusk palette. And I would like to use the shade Bloody Kisses right here. Like I said, it's perfect. Matte blood red, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I love wearing this with gold, actually. Like wearing gold on the inner half of my lid and this on the outer half and part of the lower lash line. I love it. Now my finger is stained. Anyways, I want to use that 20 times. I can hit pan on those shadows pretty easily, and I wanted to use it more than just the 10 to 15 times it takes me to hit pan, so I went with 20. I freaking love that palette. Now we have Werewolf, a human with the ability to shapeshift into a wolf. Heightened senses, shifts during a full moon, silver bullets are a weakness, a celestial themed item. This was a little interpretive. We have the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. Cloud, celestial, clouds are in the sky. I rolled with it, so. We're at about the halfway point. I will mark it. Aw, my goblin ran away. Witch or wizard, a person who practices magic derived from the supernatural, occult, or arcane sources, a magic-themed product. This was another one that once I realized what to use for it, it's perfect. I chose my Pretties for Your Face, We Are the Weirdos Mr. palette. Now, this is based on the original The Craft movie, not the modern update slash sequel that they made. I think it was last year. I haven't seen that, so I can't judge it, but I loved the original growing up. It was my thing, you know. I definitely tried to do light as a feather, stiff as a board many a times, including once in the middle of the school playground. And that is why I decided to work on the shade light as a feather, stiff as a board. Haha, just this beautiful, beautiful little iridescent shade right here. This is another one I want to use 20 times. I don't know if I can hit pan on it in 20 times or not, but we shall see. And finally, I have Zombie. We are finally at the end. This is a long ass video because I talk too much. A corpse that was supernaturally reanimated, walking dead, decaying, rotting skin, hungry for human flesh. A product that is falling apart now. I almost had an eyeshadow for this, but I think that eyeshadow had actually went off, which is one of the first times that has ever happened to me because I could get like no pigment payoff from it. But I found something else. But this is the Tarte Cream Bronzer in Breezy. Now, this isn't broken anymore because I fixed it, but when I originally got it, the pan would fall out, like it wasn't glued in properly. So I actually had to fix it by re-gluing it in. Now, this was in my Project 20 Uses project pan where I hit 20 uses. Spoiler for my Roulette Pan collab, it was in there to hit pan. I have hit pan. Apparently I was pretty close. And I'm still using it because now I want to finish it. It's going to take me a while to finish it. So, now I'm going to be working on it for a while. But I've already been working on it for a while. And I figured out a good way for me to use it because I didn't like putting my finger in there to get product out. But I started using a brush to like kind of precise apply, which is probably why I hit pan a little quicker than I might have otherwise. But I mean, I had a big old dip in there, so. And I only recently hit pan on it, so it's not that big of a deal. Whew. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. I am looking forward to getting this off my head because my ears are starting to hurt. And hopefully I will see you later.